Hello interwebs, Max here, and today we are going to be looking at the login trio weapons, meaning the Zenith, the Azima, and the Zenistar. I'm going to leave the skin on that, so we'll just jump in. That's what it looks like stock. I had a little fun with bubblegum flavors, and then actually went serious with color. If you don't know, there's the glitch going on with the Heavy Blade Dominion skin, and they're leaving it in game. They've already said that. It's a fun glitch, so they're just going to leave in game on the Zenistar. So if you have this specific skin, it does this. All in all, these weapons are okay. I mean, they're definitely not god top tier. Zenistar gimmick on it is very useful for defense, and even mobile defense, even in survival and stuff like that, it can be pretty useful. Just locking down an area. So you hold your melee button and you have a AoE damage. It doesn't do a crazy amount of damage, but it does do enough, and it does stun, so it is acceptable. We'll spawn in a few butchers here. So, I mean, it does star chart damage. It'll nuke. If you're going to be going into Swordy or something, I imagine you probably won't be bringing this anyway. Just to kind of give you guys a better idea of the damage it deals, because these guys didn't survive very long. We'll go 95. Now the weapon itself deals okay damage, and you're going to be dealing some decent damage with the actual melee itself. Protecting points with this is awesome, and obviously the build that I'm running on this is my normal build with my Crowswim Blast, and the blast is really fun on this because it creates a stun lock situation where things just keep getting knocked over constantly. It's a fun weapon to use. They're definitely viable in defense missions of all levels for the stun locking and crowd control abilities. And like I said, the base weapon does some pretty reasonable damage. Keeping with the theme of like the disc, the Azima has a disc that it shoots out and deals damage to things kind of within its range. Now, I haven't really tested the range on this, or if there even is a range on this. I've just noticed in game there's been a couple situations where enemies that I know normally be hit by it didn't get hit by it. So they just take a full clip, and then anything within the line of sight of the bullet just dies. Again, this weapon is not crazy damage, but I mean its fire rate is more than acceptable for taking down things like nullifiers. So again, we'll up to level 295 just to get a better idea for damage. And again, I'm going on butchers because they're not heavily armored targets. These are targets you're going to run into all the time. Things you're actually going to be killing with these weapons. If I'm putting, level 145s or 150s or whatever, like the usual tests, you're realistically you're not gonna see what this weapon handles at. 145 tests are more built for things like Tigress, or really high damage output, or really fast things like Nikana can take down. 145 is pretty good, Nikana Prime. But again, let's build and status. So weapons like this you're going to be able to do fairly well with, but they have a utility. So utility with this one again is kind of like a defense thing where I got a bunch of enemies over there, I'm at low health, but I want them dead. Shoot the disc. That was a really bad shot. So we'll go over here again. So a bunch of enemies over there, I want them dead, shoot the disc. Disc travels. Oh, and multi-shot gives you multiple discs. I didn't figure that out until I started playing with mods and realized that why do I have multiple discs, and I started looking at the mod setup. Mod setup on this one I didn't really look at too seriously. Legitimately just fire rate, multi-shot, nothing special, blast corrosive as usual. But this is like the only weapon that I will substitute my Axe Stiletto primes for taking things down like nullifiers. It's a pretty good looking weapon. Even that at base is pretty good looking weapon. And again, like the disc thing is great for both these weapons. It causes an AoE damage. Now the oddball out is the one that I just got, and that is a Zenith for 500-day login. I'm working on a build for it, but I'm still farming. And it's okay. I mean, it's acceptable for what it is. I usually don't use weapons like this to begin with, but it's pretty good. It deals acceptable damage, and the gimmick or perk or whatever the heck you want to call it is that when you toss the disc out, you have infinite punch through. So I don't know if I can punch through these things. I've never tested that before. But it comes through here, and see how everything kind of has a light on its head? So it's weird because some things you can punch through and some things you can't. I want to test the punch through in a controlled environment. I'm going to do this live. Alright, so it goes over there, shoot the disc. Disc just kind of floats, and now I can see everybody's head. So the disc kind of goes over their head, but if you aim a little lower for Grenadier anyway. Yeah, see, I'm hitting it right where it says it is, and I'm not doing damage every time. So it is a bit wonky, but at the same time, this is pretty cool. But, collad. So yeah, these are definitely acceptable weapons. When I lock them behind such crazy high login rewards, to be honest, no. 500 days seems a little ridiculous that something else would do that. Personally, if I were to change that, I would have the Zenith first as the first login weapon, and then the Azima, and then the Zenistar, because that's, in my opinion, the order they go that are best. The Zenith is an auto rifle. It's not really the greatest for dealing damage. It's kind of cool. You get to shoot things through the head, through walls and stuff like that, infinite. Again, there's certain things where it just doesn't go through for whatever reason. The Azima's got more kind of like a middle between the two. You can kind of shoot around corners and stuff like that just by shooting the disc out, and then dealing the AoE. As well as great taking down nullifiers and stuff like that, and it does, again, a very acceptable damage for the fire rate and everything. And then the Zenistar is by far the most useful out of the three of them, with the AoE damage that stays constant, and it can stun lock enemies in place, defend objectives, and just do really good utility as well as very respectable damage. So, in my opinion, they're backwards, because you get the I believe you have the Zenistar, then the Azima, then the Zenith, and I believe that should be completely reversed. Definitely weapons worth using, and I think the biggest thing that everybody's forgetting right now, and I want to remind everybody, is have fun. These weapons may not be top tier, god, end all, be all weapons that'll get you through anything, but they're fun to use. They're great weapons that handle good, they feel good when you shoot them, they sound nice, the reloading animations are really cool on them, and they're just fun weapons. So have fun. Play with the regular Bratton MK1 on a level 45 mission. Have fun. Everybody's so worried about min-maxing now that you're forgetting that you're playing a game. Relax. Have fun. And enjoy space. 10-0.